Hello humans, it's just Martine and welcome to the start of another reading vlog. I wanted to make this a weekly reading vlog, but then on Monday I was so sick, and then yesterday I was still recovering, and today I'm still recovering, but I'm doing slightly better and I'm feeling the energy to read and to talk to you. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna start the video. And so it's like kind of a weekend reading vlog, but started on a Wednesday night. I don't know, go with it. It's just a couple of bookish days in my life, and I have some exciting books that I'm hoping to finish in the next few days. The first one that I've been working on is the continuation of a series on Kindle Unlimited, and that is Edge of Defiance by Kyla Stone, which is, is it like the 5th book in the Edge of Collapse series? And I'm officially at 50% of that book. It's a post-apocalyptic electromagnetic pulse survival story, and I've really been enjoying that series, so I'm hoping to finish up that book. And then, per the recommendation of some of my friends, I'm reading Bright Young Women by Jessica Knoll, which is a fictionalized story about, the Ted Bundy case. Ted Bundy was a prolific serial killer all across the United States in the 70s. And one thing that's really interesting about this book is that I am quite familiar with a lot of the locations in this book. I live in the northern part of Florida, and Ted Bundy did make his way into the northern part of Florida for some of his crimes. And so I am very familiar with some of the places that are being mentioned in this book, and it is eerie to be back home and reading these things, but it is very interesting. I think one of the most interesting things about the way that it's told is that the name Ted Bundy is never said in the entire book. The protagonist of the story says that this is because, there's a bunch of reasons for this, but she prefers to just call him the defendant. So that's how he's referred to in the story, and since it's fictionalized, not everything is true, and so by not naming the name of the serial killer, there was some more latitude to fictionalize. And if people say well, that's not what happened in the Ted Bundy case, the author could be like, did I say Ted Bundy? So that's been pretty interesting, and I'm officially a quarter of the way through that. I'm hoping this book is really interesting for me for a couple of reasons, not just because of the locations that I know, and not just because of the discussions of celebrity of male serial killers, particularly in the 70s in the United States, but especially from the perspective of survivors and victims who have had to deal with the criminal justice system, because that side of the story is a lot of what I work with in my doctoral program in legal psychology. Victim advocacy, survivor testimony, all of those things are things that I study, and so that's kind of the focus of this book, which is perfect for me. So I'm hoping to find it really good and interesting, but there's obviously a chance it could totally bomb because of my familiarity with those things, so I guess we'll have to see. So far, I've been impressed, though. There's one quotation that I was like, that is so good. And other people agree because it's been highlighted, how Kindle will show you how many times it's been highlighted. It's been highlighted a lot, and I see why, because it's a great quotation. I think those are the two main reading plans. I'm also reading lots of other stuff, but they're for different vlogs, and so these books are the books that I'll just casually chat with you about for the weekend. Other bookish things. I'm really behind on the 12 TBRs of Christmas, so I've set a goal for myself to read 30 minutes of a 12 TBRs book every day, and although I can't tell you about the books, I guess I can tell you if I'm doing that. So far, I've been doing that for 5 days now, and on my sick days, that was literally all the reading I was doing, was the 30 minutes of that, and then, good night. It's also a bittersweet weekend because it's the last one where my sister will be in town before she leaves to go back to school, and then I'll leave to go back to school soon, and I'm going to miss her a whole lot. And so I was just like, hey, I want to vlog and talk to my friends out there in the universe and have a good time reading. So that's what we're gonna do. And now this has been a very long intro, so I'm gonna go and I'll let you know if/when anything interesting ever happens in my life.
If
Happy Thursday. It's just past 3 p.m. and I don't really have any reading updates to give you, but I had lots of things happen earlier today that I took videos of, and so I wanted to insert my own face and say hello. The day has been going well. I've been getting a little bit of reading done, but for a different vlog, so hopefully soon I'll turn towards reading for this one. It's kind of a busy night tonight because I have clogging and then I have to do some editing for my mom, so we'll see what happens, but all is well here. Good morning. Happy Friday. Oh my gosh, it's Friday. I think my reading goal for today is maybe going to be finishing Edge of Defiance. Is that even what it's called? Because I think I have like an hour and a half left of it. Less than an hour and a half. Yeah, Edge of Defiance. I have an hour and 11 minutes left. So I should be able to do that today, right? Kind of depends. Because I have to do 30 minutes of reading for 12 TBRs. And I have a couple of events today. I'm going to visit my mom at work for lunch and then to see a little performance. And who knows what my sister wants to get up to for the rest of the day as well, because she's leaving on Monday. And we still said that we would watch Dune Part 2 at some point. And that's a long movie. We will try, but it depends. But from inside, it looks beautiful out right now. It probably feels terrible. I can enjoy the sunshine from inside, right? Good morning, buddy. Hey. Are you gonna come and join me? Oh, good stretch. Good morning. Yeah. Lap time. You're sweetie. Happy Saturday. I have mainly spent today with my family, 1, and 2, editing tomorrow's video, which was supposed to go up on Wednesday, but then I didn't do that. But now it's done and actually ready for tomorrow, so that's good. And I cut out the clip that said that I wanted it to go up on Wednesday in the vlog, so that I could just pretend it never happened. I am here for a reading update though, because yesterday I did manage to finish Edge of Defiance by Kyla Stone, and I gave it 3.5 stars. I think it might be my least favorite of the series so far. The series in general, post-apocalyptic EMP survival story, but we've gotten to know this group of characters very well, I would say. I would also just say that the end of this one was very fighty in like a technical way, in which some of the people who had been in the military were doing some things and it read like it. And I don't love reading that type of action, as it were, so that just kind of took me out of the story a little bit. I also worry that the series is kind of just like going and should stop. There are 2 more books left, so we'll see. And then I did continue reading Bright Young Women, and I'm at 41% of that. I had a really, really weird reading experience with it last night, because not by name, but in the book, in the like 2021 timeline, they mentioned a person I know personally. So that was weird. People who don't know that person or don't know of that person won't catch that reference at all, but I was like, what? So I ran upstairs to my parents and I was like, they just talked about so-and-so in this book. And then I ran to my sister and I said, they just talked about so-and-so in this book. Totally unrelated to the plot of the book. I feel like the author is just really going for the fun facts about the area, you know? So that's weird. Most people will enjoy this book for different reasons than I'm enjoying this book. I don't know. I feel like if I'm ever homesick, I could probably read this book, which is a really weird thing to say about such a brutal series of murders in a book. But it's not the crimes that feel nostalgic and homey to me. It's the rest of it. That's on that. Again, I'm hoping to finish that by the end of the weekend. It's Saturday and I haven't read a single page of anything today. So I have to read my 30 minutes for 12 TBRs and then I'll turn back to Bright Young Women as well as some books for other vlogs and stuff. But at least I finished one of my reads, you know? I feel like if I could get to 66% of Bright Young Women tonight, I would feel like I was in a really good place to finish it tomorrow. But we'll see. We will just try our best. Happy Sunday. We are at 70% of Bright Young Women, and I have like an hour and 40 minutes left. So I'm hoping we can finish this today, but it's already like 4:30 p.m. So we'll see. Happy Monday. I did in fact finish Bright Young Women last night, and I'm giving it 4.5 stars. In general, I really enjoyed this one. I really appreciated how this took a very talked about case in general and took the idea of these mystery thriller crime stories in general and kind of flipped it on its head a little bit and looked at the perspective of the victims and the witnesses and really focused on what the incident and the following legal actions meant for them and their lives in general. I think I had a bit of trouble getting into it at the beginning, and also the specificity of some of the fun facts that integrated the truth with the fiction pulled me out of the story a little bit. I don't know if maybe that's a me problem from being from around this area, or if that's just like a general note that the author got really specific when describing the settings in some ways, and it kind of ironically drew me out. And I also think this didn't do like everything I wanted it to. There were some things that were kind of mentioned throughout the story that I felt like were never resolved or never came to fruition. But overall, I really enjoyed my time reading this book. And again, I think not enough crime-related books really address this particular side of the story. With that, I'm going to end this vlog here. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and comment down below. Have you ever read a book that's set fairly close to you, and how did that make you feel? And subscribe for more bookish and college lifestyle content. And until next time, bye humans, bye!